Hi, I'm Melissa Cobb. Come fly with AOPA. This week, we take you to Tac Arrow, a flight school that specializes in tailwheel training and backcountry experiences.
The concept behind Tac Arrow originated in 2013. We do backcountry training, we have airport operations, and then we dabble in technology. We are currently in the Dallas-Port, Washington, one of our 2 locations in the Pacific Northwest. We also have Hood River, which is generally considered our headquarters, amongst a couple other locations, Texas, Minnesota, and even Prescott. Tac Arrow itself has really gone deep into the specialty of backcountry tailwheel.
We have partnerships with several different companies. One of them is Cub Crafters. We only fly Cub Crafter aircraft, and we are constantly upgrading our fleet to the latest that they've got. They just are the best backcountry aircraft that you can fly.
The oneness with an airplane like this, it's simple. It's seat of your pants flying, and it takes you to places that people don't really understand airplanes can go. So we really came up with a concept working with stakeholder customers on expeditions. And people want to do the $100 hamburgers, they want to spend a weekend in the backcountry, they want to just fly some canyons with their friends in a controlled kind of environment where they don't have to worry about the logistics, they can just kind of show up and relax. And that's been the idea behind our expeditions. Flying in the Pacific Northwest is a challenge. We are based in the Columbia River Gorge, and that puts us right at the base of Mount Hood. The gorge is a pretty interesting geological structure of a canyon that splits Oregon and Washington, and it's a couple thousand feet deep. And the airflow west to east is a Venturi tube. It's known for its wind sports. So we can easily have days that are 40 miles an hour or more. And to fly a light, high-performance tailwheel aircraft in high winds is daunting for a lot of reasons, especially limited flying season. We're moving most of our tailwheel operations to Texas.
We really want to open this up to everybody because aviation can be seen as an elite activity, and we want it to be available for anybody and everybody who wants to come out, learn backcountry flying, and go on our expeditions. So we're trying to make it much more available.
AOPA Senior Features Editor Julie Summers-Walker got to spend a few days out at Tac Arrow. Julie, it looks like they've got a lot going on, and they hinted at some of the other things they do besides tailwheel training, backcountry experiences. What are their other business components?
Well, you know, when I pitched this story, one of the things that I said was Tac Arrow does it all. And they really do it all. It's all based on backcountry flying because that's where their great love is. And then they got into Cub Crafters, as you heard, and love working with those aircraft. And so from there, they created products. They believe very highly in wearing helmets because they really are. It's a lot of challenging flying and really gets back into the back of the country. So they have helmets. They also do a really product that they can put in the back of the aircraft that you can keep all your stuff in. So it's a tactical bag, and that's the other thing. They're called Tac Arrow because it's a tactical way of looking at flying.
Oh, interesting. And so they hinted that they're going to be changing locations from the Pacific Northwest to Fredericksburg, Texas. If folks want to go train with them, get some backcountry experience, when is it that they should start, looking for them in Texas?
Well, they've been in the Hood River area for quite some time, and it is a gorgeous area, as you saw. But the winds are just part of the too much part of the challenge. So they are moving to Fredericksburg, Texas, starting January 1st, 2023. So next year they have a slate of expeditions that they're planning. I think they do like between 5 and 6 of them, and I know they've been to Alaska. That was their first big trip. They also do Moab. And then they are talking about doing a little bit of an international stuff. While we were there, a young man from South Africa was there training, and they're hoping to do an expedition to South Africa. They take about 7 to 10 aircraft and pilots. They set the trips up for them and really give them an incredible backcountry experience. And needless to say, we really want to go with them too.
Yeah, I want to go with them on that. Wow. Okay, so Tac Arrow is really expanding, and lots more to come from them. Thanks, Julie.
Very much so. Yeah, stay tuned. Thanks.
Well, I have a couple of serious safety announcements to share with you this week from the NTSB. The first is a preliminary report on the Dallas midair collision between a King Cobra fighter and a Boeing Flying Fortress that killed 6 crew members. That was during the Commemorative Air Force Wings Over Dallas World War II air show. So the NTSB report details the instructions that the pilots received from the air boss that led up to the accident. The P-63 was number 3 in a 3-ship formation of fighters, and the B-17 was the lead of a 5-ship formation of bombers. Now, both formations had been instructed to maneuver southwest of the runway before returning to the flying display area. The air boss then directed the fighter formation to transition to a trail formation, fly in front of the bomber formation, and proceed near the 500-foot shoreline. The bombers were directed to fly down the 1,000-foot shoreline. This would have put the fighters 500 feet from the airshow viewing line and the bombers 1,000 feet from the line. Now, the P-63 collided with the left side of the B-17 just behind its wing. What could be a year to 18 months before the NTSB releases a probable cause on this accident. And it's important to remember that the early findings in this preliminary report could change as the investigation continues and the NTSB uncovers more facts. So lots more to come on this tragic accident. The NTSB is also calling for the immediate inspection of Bell 407 helicopters, and these helicopters are popular with air tour operators, police departments, and air ambulance operators. And the reason for they're calling for this immediate inspection is because they're currently doing an investigation from a June accident in which a Bell 407 that was used for an air tour operation in Hawaii crashed. The tail boom had actually separated from the helicopter. You can read more about that on AOPA.org. We have a link to that article in the description below. Well, if you have a Garmin GFC 500 autopilot with optional auto trim installed on your aircraft, and this is whether it's a certified, experimental, or light sport aircraft, beware that you could experience an uncommanded automatic trim runaway. So a Garmin service alert instructs you to pull the collar of the GFC 500 autopilot circuit breaker and placard the autopilot as inoperative before you make any other flights. An alternative is that you can contact a Garmin dealer and disable the pitch trim as directed in a Garmin service bulletin. You can learn more about this and the actions that you can take in the AOPA Air Safety Institute Safety Alert. We have a link to it in the description below. All right, well, we put a lot of focus on the safety of our aircraft and the equipment in our aircraft, but we also need to place emphasis on ourselves. Are we safe to fly? And one of those key items is making sure that we're fit to fly. And AOPA Media's production specialist and fitness enthusiast, Sylvia Horn, gives us some tips for how we can push, pull, crouch, and maneuver around our airplanes without hurting ourselves.
Hi, I'm Sylvia Horn. I work for AOPA's media division, specifically for the magazines. I am here to show you how to push and pull your airplane or crouch and bend around it without hurting yourself, because there's a big potential for injury if you do it wrong. Well, let's say you've been sitting in a chair in your office all day and you're coming out to the airport to pull your airplane out of the hangar. You've been sitting all day, you're very stiff, and you might really hurt yourself if you don't limber up a little. So here's what you can do. You look around in your hangar, you find something that you can use to do bend over rows. Bend over rows, your back is straight, and you're just lifting these things. Make sure your elbows stay right by your side. And that's not too difficult. And it warms up your back muscles. So you want to pull the airplane. This is not a good idea. You see, your back is like a question mark and you're going to really hurt yourself. You pull with your body weight. So before you get ready to do your pre-flight, and there's a lot of bending involved, here are a couple of exercises that help you do that. First is really easy, air squats. You just go down as far as you can and go up and go down. This is working on your glutes and hamstrings, and when they're nice and warm, you don't hurt yourself. So now you're all ready to not bend, because bending is bad. You do this. This is not good. You do this. Like you want to remove chocks from your airplane. You do this. You crouch, you never bend. So now you're getting ready to push your airplane back into the hangar, and that requires a different set of warm-ups, like overhead presses. We're taking the same stuff we found in the hangar before, and we're just lifting it over our heads. Good for shoulders and arms. And one other exercise that works those muscle groups is lunges. You can do them backwards, or you can do them forwards. As long as you use both legs. So you're back from your flight, you want to push the airplane back into the hangar. If you do it like this, you're doing it wrong. In a swimming pool, this is a breaststroke. Pushing an airplane like that will seriously injure your back. So you use good old body weight to push. I hope our little exercises helped you a little bit around your airplane, pushing, pulling, crouching, not bending, and it'll keep your back and your body safe. Overall, working out is good for you anyway, so you're doing yourself a favor. Blue skies.
Thanks, Sylvia. And that's a lot of good advice, especially this time of the year when we do a lot of sitting and eating. So good advice. Well, it's been about a month since the AOPA Sweepstakes Cessna 170 made its public appearance. That was down in Tampa. And it's in the restoration phase now. Actually, it's tucked away at Peach State Aerodrome at the Barnstormers Workshop. And they're actually going to be putting on a Continental Prime certified IO370 engine. AOPA social media marketer and sweepstakes project manager Kayla McLeod Hunt takes us on a tour.
Hey everyone, Kayla here, and I'm so excited to be here today at my home field, the Peach State Aerodrome in Williamson, Georgia. As y'all can see behind me, we have the Cessna 170B, the 2023 Sweepstakes aircraft here, and it is here inside of the Barnstormers Workshop. This is where the engine upgrade is going to be happening, and I'm so excited to bring y'all along in and come check out the hangar. Well, what do you think of the Sweepstakes airplane? I mean, you're a 170 owner. What do you think?
You guys picked a really nice airplane. I'm serious. This is I wouldn't change it, but that's me.
So you're going to be one of the lucky guys that gets to work on this airplane and do the engine upgrade. What do you think? What do you think about the engine that we've chose? Are you excited?
Oh yeah, I think it's going to be awesome. I don't know a lot about the motor. You know, it's so new and stuff, but it's going to make an awesome airplane. It's just going to be.
What does it mean to you to have this airplane out here at Peach State at Barnstormers?
Well, I think it's a privilege, you know, to be able to do something like this. That's for sure. I appreciate you guys letting us do it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's cool.
Just kind of run through what you guys are going to be doing to the airplane here at Barnstormers.
My understanding is we're doing firewall forward. That's going to entail replacing the motor, engine mounts, you know, whatever is required, hosing, everything.
It's so exciting to have the airplane out here at Peach State. It's a very special place to me, to you, to everybody here. It's on grass where it belongs, and it's going to be ready for the backcountry in no time. Hey Gary, what's up?
How you doing?
Oh, good, good. So, what do you think about the 170 over here?
It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a neat project.
Very cool.
Yeah,
Well,
it's gonna make a nice airplane.
it's one of the newer airplanes that actually comes here to Barnstormers
It
Workshop.
is.
I mean, what are we standing next to right now?
This is a 34 Fairchild 22. It's very rare. There's not many of these flying. It's a lot older than that one. That is a new one compared to some of these in here.
How long has this airplane been here at Barnstormers?
I think this one's been here almost 2 years probably.
Yeah, it's definitely one of the focal points of the shop.
It is.
It's always
It is.
here. Y'all are always doing something, tweaking something on it. What do you find rewarding about working on these old birds?
I like to see them when they come in like this in the back of a pickup truck.
Yeah.
And then you see it roll out and go fly. That's neat to see. But you know you had a part of that. Pretty neat.
Well, y'all do some incredible work, and obviously why we have the sweepstakes here with y'all is because
That's right.
we're super excited to have y'all get your hands on it and make it a really, really nice airplane.
Oh, that's gonna be a nice one with that different motor on it. It's gonna make it really. I mean, already starting with a great platform, and then you're gonna make it even better.
We're excited.
Yep, that's gonna be nice.
Hey, Kayla, well, can you give us a, peek inside Barnstormers? What's going on with the 170 right now?
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm standing right here in front of the hangar. We got the hangar doors open, and you can see right behind me the old 170 engine and the new Continental Prime IO 370, along with the blue Continental container that the engine arrived in just the other day. We opened the box yesterday, and wow, I cannot wait to see what this airplane can do after we put that new engine on it.
Oh, that's exciting. Now, what are some of the other modifications and refurbishments that Barnstormers is going to do to the 170?
Yeah, so I actually just confirmed with Alaskan Bush Wheels the other day that they are shipping a pair of 26-inch Alaskan Bush Wheels to our shop. So that's going to go on. They're redoing the tail wheel as well as the seat tracks and any other small modifications that need to be made.
Awesome. Now, I understand pilots are welcome to fly into Peach State and actually go in and see the 170 while it's getting the work done.
Yeah, absolutely. Feel free to fly in. The identifier is Golf Alpha 2. This is actually my home field. I work from here quite a bit doing my AOPA work. So I'm here. If you see me here, feel free to flag me down. I'll take you inside. But honestly, the hangar's right here, right next to the fuel pump. So come in, get gas, enjoy a delicious hamburger at Barnstormers, the restaurant, and then walk over right here to Barnstormers Workshop, and you can see the airplane for yourself.
Awesome. All right. Well, thanks, Kayla. Well, I hope you enjoyed this episode of Fly with AOPA. Be sure to like and subscribe so you can stay up to date on all the videos that we're releasing throughout the week. And this week, we leave you with video footage from AOPA Editor-at-Large Dave Hirschman. He's flying a Citation jet over the Chesapeake Bay. Now, be sure to send in your favorite flying videos at the link in the description. You just might see it on an upcoming show. And as always, if you're not already an AOPA pilot, we'd love for you to join us. Click the link at the end of the video to learn more.